All right, good morning. We're on another forestry mulching job and another cleanup around the edge of the lawn job. So there's some fallen trees that have been covered in briars and bushes and vines. We're gonna get through all this stuff, push this spell back so it's not encroaching on the lawn anymore. We're gonna keep going right down the line and into the backyard later today. All right, let's get to work. First fun of the day. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Did we break anything? Lucky us. Bent that pole right up though. All right, back to work. for the day. Push the brush back this whole area here. That was thick, very thick. Lots of vines, all kinds of briars. Managed to get everything done today that I'd hoped to. Push this back from the lawn all the way here. This kind of brush here in New England just takes over about a foot or foot and a half of your lawn every year. Just get farther out and farther out and farther out until, you know, just at the mercy of the bushes. And didn't show you this in the beginning, but this tall stand was blocking the view from their pool. So got that all knocked down and cleaned up. So yeah, and that's it for the day. So yeah, hope you're enjoying these videos. I like making them, I like doing this work. So if you actually made it this far in the video, why don't you leave a comment, like this video, maybe even subscribe. That'd help me out a bunch. So, all right, on to the next job.